Good morning, everybody.
Good
See you
morning.
this morning.
I gotta.
Looks like it's just Jerry and myself this morning, except for Steve is on the roof at his house.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's putting up there, but he's putting something up there.
Steve's here. He's up on the roof somewhere.
Yeah. He's re-roofing his house, which is not fun at all. Been there, done that.
Yeah, at least he's got a one-story house.
Yeah. If he falls, he's not going to fall too far.
Yeah.
Well,
So
tell us
let
who's
me.
here, Jerry.
Yeah, sure. Chris Brew, Dave Todd, Digger Evans, Floyd Evans, or Floyd Robbins. Floyd Evans. Yeah, Gerald Evans. Everybody's Evans. Floyd Robbins, Gerald Stewart, Grandpa Rails, John 2618, Paul. I forget your last name, Paul. I'm sorry. Ray Berlstein, Bertelstein, right? Bertelstein. Steve Trainway Bills, Rob T-Man, Steve Childers, Steve Sherrill, and Mark over there at the CB&Q. We got Dave and Mark, the dynamic duo. What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing?
I hope everybody's doing good. I just telling Jerry I'm finally starting to get over the jet lag coming back home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a great trip. I've got some pictures to show you. I'll show you here in just a minute. Miniature Wonderland. We got to go to see Miniature Wonderland over in Hamburg. And I can tell you this: if you ever get to Hamburg, that's a must-do. You got to spend at least 3 hours there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never even seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, they've got stuff on YouTube, and if you want to see what it's like, and a lot of you probably have, you've probably seen the airport. They did.
Yeah.
They just recently did Monaco with the Grand Prix, and they've actually got the cars racing on it. It's a very impressive place, and I've got some pictures here I'll show you.
Maybe Mark Pruitt could put a Monaco scene on his layout.
I don't know. It'd have to be an off-road thing in Wyoming.
Yeah, they could do like an old thing. Dave and Mark, they can compete.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne. The old goat. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you seen Roy this morning?
Roy who?
Because I took a little clip that was on the Venture Wonderland that I know Roy's going to like. Maybe if he's not here, he can see it at a later date on there.
You keep
anyway.
Somebody said you keep cutting out, but
I keep cutting out.
Yeah, it's just how Claude's audio is. Cuts out.
Yeah, I can take the earbuds out if it's not working. But anyway, let's start with some pictures. I'm going to show you this one. This isn't really railroad related, but this scene right here is a soccer stadium, and it's probably 6.5 to 8 feet wide.
Wow.
And all of these figures you see in this are all individual figures that were placed in there individually.
Holy cow. It's a concert.
Yeah, I think they're having a concert there, and they had a video screen up. They had another one, and I'll show some other pictures or put them up on the Back on Track channel. They have a soccer game going on, and the goalie's actually diving to block the ball. It's pretty cool. All kinds of scenes and stuff that they had for around their layout. It's really crazy. Get this one up there.
We don't know why Claude's audio pops. I don't know. Can't figure it out.
Okay, is that better?
No, not really.
Is that better? Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
good. We'll do it this way. Anyway, here's the. If you think your control panels and stuff are pretty nice, take a load of this one right here. This is a room that they've got the big glass on one side of it. And these are all the people that are monitoring everything that's going on. You can see all the different screens that they have. All their electronic stuff is up here too. So there's like a dozen panels down on the desk, and then they got the big screens up on top there for general view. But it's a big operation. But they monitor everything while it's going on. And this is in a building it's over 2 floors and another floor in a different building. You go across the bridge, and the train goes across the bridge too, this walking bridge to the other building, and they've got some stuff in that one. It's phenomenal what they've done here with this stuff. Let's see here, I get you another one up here.
That must be something there. Wow, look at that.
They've got all the cars and everything, all have lights. I'm sorry, Jerry?
There must be something to work there.
Oh, I can't imagine. But you can see here they've got the Coca-Cola truck lit up, kind of a Christmas theme.
Oh, it moves.
Oh yeah, all the cars and trains and planes and everything else move. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
They have lights, traffic signals and all kinds of stuff on them. But it's really amazing. And of course you can see the buildings in the back here are even there. Where you wouldn't normally see them on a layout, but you see this, and then you look down in between, and there'll be a street scene somewhere, individual type of scene someplace that you wouldn't normally notice, but if you look close enough, it's there. They've got so many different things like that.
Wow,
Let's find you another one here.
I got to go check some of this out on YouTube.
Okay, this is one of the many roundhouses they had. These are all German or European locomotives in this particular one, but they have stuff from all over the world on the layout, and the layout is phenomenal. How many meters or how many feet did we say they had a track? 56,000?
Yeah, 56,000 feet.
Feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy how big the thing is. And pictures don't do it justice for sure. You have to see it in person. Okay, let's see. I got another one here. Here's another one. Well, this is a short video clip here too. Get this one out of the way. Oh yeah, and it goes from daylight to dark.
Does it happen
This is one
gradually?
I thought Roy might like, with the semis and all the trucks and.
Yeah. Does it happen?
You see the truck with the turn signals come on, all of that stuff. See, it's getting dark. There's dusk.
Yeah.
Here comes a Rio Grande train. But they have all kinds of scenes. Industrial. They have Olympics up in the snow. Seaports. They've got one at the seaport with real water in it. Not all of them have real water, but there's one with real water in it.
So
that the boats actually move.
Was there anywhere in the entire place where they had they were working on stuff and they showed you how they were doing things, or no?
No. The only place that I saw that was where they were working on future stuff, it was all curtained off, closed off. I don't think they were in there working at that time. The only other place they were working on is it looked like they were putting up some new lockers and stuff for maybe some of the people that work there.
Right.
But that was down by where you came in. See, I think I've got one more picture here to show you. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's this one right here. This kind of gives you an idea of the scale of the place. This is about I'd say about 15 feet deep from the rail to the back wall back there.
Yeah.
And this isn't even the most dramatic scene in the place. It's incredible. They've got one section where you can see downstairs and upstairs. And if you're upstairs, you can look down and it's this, giant canyon. But then when you get downstairs, you can get in there and you look up, and you can see the stuff up above you. But it's just phenomenal. The number of trees and people and stuff like that.
The book said 157,000 trees.
Yeah, let's see. That's what they have in the brochure is 157,000, but I think it's probably more than that now.
Yeah, who knows how old the brochure was?
Yeah, figures they're saying there's 292,110 figures, but my guess is there's more than that. I don't know when this was.
Yeah, you don't know when that.
I don't know when this was printed. Yeah, but they just finished the Monaco.
It's got to be 50 or 60,000 just in that stadium scene you showed.
Exactly. I can't remember how many they said, but it was several thousand for sure. And there's another one in there where they're actually playing soccer on the field. But they've got their longest train is 14.5 meters long. And they're let's see, they've got 1,231 engines, over 12,000 cars. Modeling area is 1,694 square meters.
So I wonder, is this the biggest model train layout in the world?
I don't know. Probably if it's not, it's really close. That's for
Does
sure.
anybody know in chat? Is it the biggest in the world?
Like I say, if it's not, it's really close. Yeah, they have 3,627 switches on the track. Most of that, in fact, if not all of it, is commercial turnouts and stuff, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
Now they may have some custom stuff there, but it's taken them over 1,200,000 hours to build.
Yeah, hardly. Yeah, it's the one in Hamburg, Germany. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, and it's well, here, let me show you this if I can make this up big here. This is kind of the layout. There's different floors in the building. This is the building over here.
Yeah.
So it's on the third and fourth floor, these two warehouse buildings. And they have a restaurant in there on the second floor and souvenir shop and all that kind of stuff.
Elevators?
And we were there 3 hours and
they have elevators?
Yeah, they've got elevators between the floors.
Okay.
It's wheelchair accessible.
Right.
But I would think it would be hard to see it very well from a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But you could go up there and see it if you were in a wheelchair. It's just a phenomenal place, and that was probably the biggest thing I wanted to see when we went on this particular trip to Europe, was to see that miniature wonderland. And people are in there looking at all this stuff and they're really amazed. But for me, for somebody that's done that kind of stuff, it's even more phenomenal to me, I think, than it would be to the average person.
Jack, what are you talking about over there, you knucklehead? Jack says, no, this is not the Germany layout. I think Claude,
yeah, it is.
I think Claude knows where he was.
Yeah, it was in Hamburg. And they do not every country, but they do a lot of different countries in it. As you saw, there was a Rio Grande train on there, but then they've got the European trains. They've got monorails. They've got trolleys.
Streetcars.
Industrial narrow gauge.
I think so, JD.
Everything. Yeah, miniature wonderland. And it's like I say, it's a phenomenal place. If you like building any kind of miniature model, that's the place. And the trains it's funny because the trains are almost secondary, at least they were to me, because I'm used to seeing trains, but I was looking at everything else.
Steve Strains has an interesting question. I don't know, man. That's hard.
Would you rather rather a super realistic detailed shelf layout or super large layout with a little detail. I'd rather have a super realistic detailed, I think, myself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Part of me, I'm building a shelf layout now, so yeah, I would say yes, but I would like to be able to run trains without stopping and going back and forth. But it's just not
well,
my
and all of theirs is computer operated, so
right.
everything's running
Yeah.
on a computer schedule.
Yeah.
All the cars, everything. I don't know how they get all the different cars that they've got moving to pull up to an intersection and turn the signal on. And then when they turn the corner, the signal goes off and they drive on. I don't know how they program all that, but they've done it, and it's just really crazy
The
to look
amount,
at.
the miles and miles of wire that they must have.
Oh, God, yeah. That's one thing they don't have in the brochure, but it would be interesting to know.
Yeah.
I saw some of the looms that they had, and they had looms that were 2 inches across that are full of like 20 gauge wires, what it looked like. I mean, it's just, they're massive. And they've got to have a lot of that because all that stuff's running on electricity. But okay, Fred. Hey, Fred Wild, hadn't seen you in a while. The trains are second because the world is the focus of their layout. Yes, it is. And they do all these little scenes that you can hit a button and turn it on. The kids can push a button and it turns something on, like all the rides at the carnival or something that they have. Or it may. There was one they had. It was Pinocchio. The shop where Pinocchio was built, put together, and you push a button and his nose grows.
Really?
Little things like that you can miss really easy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of static scenes that you would miss if you weren't looking real close. That's why we were there 3 hours and didn't see half of it, I'm sure, as far as what was actually there.
So, like, the deep parts of the layout, could you go to the other side to see it?
Are you talking about around behind it?
Yeah, like, could you get to everything? Like, can you?
Well, there was definitely places where you could go around. It was like on a peninsula, and you could go around and see it from the other side.
Okay.
Not every place was like that, but a lot of it was.
Right.
But they go all the way from the Arctic to the desert, to the tropics, to the big cities. They've got, Monaco's
that one
modeled very
photo.
well.
That one photo where you showed like a big canyon or something, and like you said it was like, I forget how far over to the other side. Could you go to the other side?
In that spot, you couldn't.
Okay.
But you could go around the side of it and see it from another angle.
Okay.
But you couldn't get all the way around behind it. There was places where you couldn't do that because it was up against the wall.
Yeah.
But a lot of the places were on peninsula, so you got to see it from both sides.
Yeah.
Or three sides. They just did a really good job with their modeling. Like I say, Monaco, which is their newest section, looks like Monaco. If you've ever been to Monaco, and I've been lucky enough to be there, it looked just like what's there.
That was my other question. How many people work there? Hardly. Memphis says 442 employees that work there.
I don't know if it says on here.
I can't imagine like the backs, like the back behind the scenes, like people building buildings and all that stuff.
Well, they had the offices, or not the offices, but some of the shops that they build stuff in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you'd be jealous if you like building models. You'd be jealous of their office. I didn't take a picture, I don't think, of those. I'll have to look. I've got so many pictures, I've forgotten what I took pictures of, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were shop after shop in this one area.
That's gotta be amazing.
And I think it was down on a lower level, not up where the layout is, but it's where they build a lot of that stuff. And there were a couple of guys in there working on stuff.
Wow.
But yeah,
$9 million yearly budget. Holy cow.
well, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't remember. I don't know what it cost to get in because my son bought our tickets.
Yeah.
But I would guess it was probably $50 or so to get in. Maybe. I'm guessing, completely guessing there. I haven't looked it up to see what he paid for them, but he bought them, so they couldn't be too terribly much.
Steve 87 said, "Does Monaco have hills in the yachts?"
Yes, and I have some pictures of it. But actually, the most impressive part of Monaco was the Grand Prix that's actually being run on the layout. So the cars are going through the layout or through that part of Monaco. And you've probably seen them on TV in the past, and they've got little miniature cameras down on the track and then a screen up above where it shows what the camera's seeing. It looks just like TV. It is really crazy. Yeah, hardly I was like a kid in a candy store. It's like I say, words don't do it justice, and neither do pictures. You have to go see it yourself because it just feels like the whole place is alive. I mean, it goes from night, nighttime comes back to daytime. You've got the sounds of sirens and all kinds of stuff when there's something going on or a plane taking off. You hear the jets taking off and landing.
I wonder if they got like a weekly pass if you're there.
They might have. We didn't check into that because it wasn't going to pertain to us. But they may have like a yearly deal you can get if you live there. I know I talked to a young couple. This was their third time there. They live in Hamburg, and he said he still hasn't seen everything.
It's $23.38 to get in.
Oh, is that all? Well, that's not bad. It's definitely worth that. It's worth 3 times that to see it. It's really cool, and there's a lot of people in it, but they spread it out pretty good where you're not too bad as far as crowd.
Like if you go to the Miniature Wonderland website, the first thing you see on there is the Monaco scene.
Yeah, that's their newest scene, and it's on YouTube too. You can see it on YouTube.
Wow.
But to see it in person, because you get the overall view of Monaco, and then here's the racetrack in it, and the cars are running through there, and it's just really cool to see.
Were there noises? Were there car noises?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they do the sounds and all kinds of stuff. It's really good. They've got one scene that is the carnival in Rio, with the stands on the side and the carnival's coming down and got all these big elaborate floats and all this, and the people are cheering and the music's playing, and it's nuts. And then you got the soccer stadium, not the one I showed you, but they've got another one where they're actually playing soccer in it, and they're showing the video board up inside the stadium, and they're showing the guy shooting for a goal. And then if you look at the model, they got the goalie diving to try and stop the ball. He's actually up off the ground trying to stop the ball. So I mean, it's so realistic looking. It's phenomenal, and the work that went into it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like if you go there, like I mean, I can't imagine if you were there all day that you could even get it all in. And
no, you couldn't.
You need to be there like a couple days.
Yeah, there's so much there. You could stand in one spot for an hour and not see everything that's in that area.
Yeah.
They've got so many little detailed individual scenes going on that you overlook it in a lot of cases, because you're looking at the big picture, and so you don't see all the little individual stuff. But if you start looking at that, that's when it gets really interesting. Like they had an organ grinder with a monkey. Was one of the push button things that you could do, and then the monkey would dance and the organ grinder would do his organ and stuff like that. It's phenomenal. And like I say, words can't describe it. You have to see it. YouTube's pretty good as far as what's on there. but you still don't get the feel for being there that you do when you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no substitute for that. But yeah, it is definitely a bucket list trip if you like stuff like that, like model trains or just modeling in miniature in general. It's everything there, so definitely go see it if you're in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, right caddy corner, there's from the building is a coffee shop that has phenomenal coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one that had Bailey's in it, and it was just, really good coffee.
Really?
Yeah, I got some of that over there too.
So how was the eating on your trip? Good?
Yeah, we ate in Hamburg right after we went to Miniature Wonderland. My son wanted to get some schnitzel, so we went over and he had some schnitzel and had really good potato soup there at this place. We didn't do a lot of eating off the ship because all your food's included.
Right. Yeah.
We did buy snacks and stuff, some candy and stuff like that to bring back on the ship. That was different. Kind of neat to find that kind of stuff some places. Most of that was from Norway.
Right.
The second week we went up the fjords up to Norway and saw some of that. But yeah, it was a great trip. Really good trip. Other than having to fly over and fly back, it's really good.
Yeah, jet lag.
Yeah, didn't run into any protesters protesting, the ships or anything like that. So it was good.
How big is this miniature Canada, Steve 87? I mean, everybody we got Northlands here in New Jersey. Northlands is pretty big. I've never been.
Yeah, I knew Northlands was really big.
I'm sure every place has them. Like Ohio has that train tastic or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure every area has something. Speaking of shows, is anybody going to the NMRA show in Novi, wherever Novi is, Minnesota, Michigan, something like that? Novi. It's this coming week. See, a lot of people are starting to go.
Yeah. If I was close, I might. That's a ways off for me.
Yeah. Plus, you just got back. It's a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's time for a little R&R at home. Relax from the trip.
So, like the going to Miniature Wonderland, kind of and gets you wanting to come back and start working on your layout.
Yeah, it would if I wasn't taking it down.
No, I mean your new one.
Oh yeah. I mean,
there's
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah,
excited about working on your new one.
It's not like I saw anything there that I want to incorporate necessarily.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
It does.
You see it, and it kind of makes you, I really want to get to that point where I'm doing something. And
yeah. Well, what it does is it humbles you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you see that, and of course they've had over 1,200,000 man hours in what's their Miniature Wonderland. They've been working on it for 20-something years. And we can never do that on our own, but it's a very humbling thing to see when they've got that much stuff there.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure they've got the experts. They got the computer people. They got the electronic people. They got the people that actually do the painting and building of the models and stuff. So everybody's probably got their own little niche that they work on.
Yeah.
You would have to, I would think, for something like that. But just the electronic part of it alone, I don't even want to think about it because it would make me crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, make you want to go back to straight DC.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of power they use on that. My guess is it's some form of DCC. or LCC, something like that. I don't know. I didn't ask and I didn't look to find out what they were using. I just took a picture of the control panel or control room.
Yeah, Claude's got a crew.
Yeah, I got a crew. Yeah.
They're all.
But yeah, it's like I say, it's words don't do it justice for sure.
Yeah.
But what have you been working on, Jerry?
Built a Walther's kit for my layout. Did start doing my concrete area for my transload facility.
Yeah, I saw that you're doing the tracks in the concrete.
Yeah. I'm
So
doing.
what are you using for that?
I'm using balsa plywood. Like kind of like I'm just following what Boomer did on his Glover Road project. It's just I need 2 layers of balsa to get up to my track. So I just lay down a balsa and kind of I did a paper template, kind of like Dennis was doing, of my track, so I could cut my balsa to the shape of my curve and yeah, just layered it on, and so far it's just built it up and it's come out. It'll be nice when I'm done. Yeah, it worked. So I went that way because I didn't want to do the plaster. The plaster was just like I didn't feel like making that mess.
Well, I kind of did something like that too. I had a team track area, and then I had against the flats on the back. I had a track going along there to service all the warehouses along those flats. And I just used the same thing I used for my asphalt roads, was that concrete patch.
Yeah. So I used that stuff on my N scale layout, and it was fine.
Yeah. The only thing you got to watch your flangeways.
I only did a little area of it. I just did like a road crossing. I was doing a whole area. And it was okay, but like, and it looks fine, right? It looks nice when it's done with that concrete patch. But it's just like I didn't want to deal with that mess. It was just easier to do it out of wood, and I'm a wood guy, so like, like it was just way easier to just do it out of wood for me. I mean, some people don't mind doing the plaster and cleaning up the tracks and making sure it runs. And I didn't want that sanding mess and dust. I mean, you still got sanding on the wood, but it's just different than plaster. Plaster dust.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't use plaster because it's too easy to crack and come off, especially between the rails.
Yeah, but yeah. So we'll see. It's enjoyable. Sifted grout compound makes for great roads. Yeah. And everybody's got their little method of doing things, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody has a method. And
let's see. Harley says sifted grout compound makes for great roads.
Yeah.
Now, I use grout compound for my for the cattle pens and stuff. Just used a brown, and that works really well for that sort of thing too.
For like,
it's really messy if you're not careful because it's real fine powder. But
yeah. So you use it as like dirt.
Yeah, I used it for the like dirt in a cattle pen would be.
Yeah.
Just used a dark brown, and I like the way that looked.
Okay.
So I will put a cattle pen on the new layout. When I do, I'll do that again because it came out really well.
Yeah, you probably still got a lot of that left from your first one, right?
Yeah, I think I got plenty of grout left. Yeah, Digger says he uses AK asphalt compound mixed with 50/50 plaster filler.
Yeah, that looks good too. But that stuff's expensive. to AK.
I'm not familiar with that, but
It comes in a kind of big jar, not huge, but probably like so big, and maybe like it's like $12, man. It's expensive, and it's just like a colored. I don't know what is like what it is, but it's
well,
kind of
the nice thing about the concrete patch is if you want a concrete look, you don't do anything to it. You just put it on. It's
you don't
concrete.
do nothing to it. Yeah,
I wanted an asphalt look, so I used that creosote stain on it, and it looks just like blacktop.
yeah.
So it's very versatile to work with, and I don't find it too hard to work with, but
Yeah,
everybody's got the thing they like to do, and that's the way you should do it.
yeah, pretty much. Dwayne gets it free at work.
Little Canada, the miniature attraction in downtown Toronto, occupies 40,000 square feet of space. This area is spread across 2 levels within the 10 Dundas East building. Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but 40,000 square feet, that's 45,000 square feet. That's pretty good. I don't know how many square feet this, take it back. I think they do say it in here.
It's got to be a lot.
The model area is
200,000?
17,000 square meters. Not 17,000, 1,700 square meters.
1,700 square.
Is what they have built so far, yeah.
Yeah. What is that, times 3?
Well, it'd be, if you want to go to feet, you go times 3. It'll be a little more than that. They have 12 themed worlds in it. So, yeah, it's, like I say, it's pretty good size. And this is, I don't know when this was printed. This could be 5-10 years old.
Yeah. Michael says he uses actual cattle material. Cattle pen material for his pens.
But it smells horrible.
That's how you keep people.
I'm sure you're used to it though, Mike.
Yeah, that's how you keep people away. It's okay.
Yeah, that would be good. That would work too.
Square feet from square meters is times 9. Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, to get square feet, yeah.
Wow. So that place must be like...
Yeah, 3 times would be yards.
How many feet is it? Or how many... Look on your brochure. How big was it?
It's almost 1,700 square meters. So you times that, and that would be square feet. 3 times would be square yards. Roughly. Meter's a little bit bigger than a yard, so.
So it's 15,300.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, and they're still building on it. They're still putting more in.
It don't sound very big, but.
Well, and it doesn't. When you walk in, it looks big but it's in several rooms, spread out in several rooms, and trains and the cars and stuff go through the walls into the next room, and
right.
But you see it more as scenes everywhere. But if you didn't have the walls there, it would be a pretty good sized space. It occupies most of those floors in those buildings, and it's big. We walked around the perimeter of the railing one time, and we were there 3 hours.
Right.
So, if you stopped very long and spent time looking at stuff, you'd be there a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing. I thought it was mind blowing anyway. It's just crazy how big it is.
I wish we should have mic'd Steve up so we could talk to him and ask him how he's doing up there.
Well, he said he was just going to set it up. I've got him muted, but.
Yeah, no, you won't hear him. I think he's playing music, so.
In fact, he must have muted himself.
Yeah. He's playing. He had music on, so.
Well, maybe he'll start dancing for us.
Wonder how the wife took the news. What are you talking about, Steve?
Well, I took the news that they're putting trains through all the walls.
Who's
Well, I don't know if anybody's wife's actually worried about it, Steve, since it's a warehouse.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Old
there.
Well, here, in fact, okay. Let me get this big again. I showed you this. Okay. This is the two buildings it's in.
Yeah.
And they take the third and fourth floors. The second floor is the restaurant and souvenir shop, stuff like that. And the third and fourth floors. Oh, yeah. And you can actually go through this tunnel here. The train runs from one building to the other. On one side of that. Oh, here's a better picture. See the building.
So when you went from scene to scene, did you see the same train passing through all these scenes or no?
No, it wouldn't. No, they weren't like on a big loop. They were within
their little scene.
They're within their area of the layout, but they did go through the walls in some places.
Right.
But a lot of times the scenes pass through the walls.
Right.
Or what would have been a wall at one time.
It's not like the American train cruised through Europe and.
No, the Rio Grande's not going through Switzerland or something like that. No.
Right. Okay.
They kept all that separate, but they did so many. Well, 12 different countries, something like that. They've got on there so far, but they're all a little bit different. So it's really cool to see, and all of the buildings, of course, everything all fit that area wherever they happen to be, whether it's in Europe or South America or the U.S. or someplace like that. That's what you see. But yeah, it's said it before. It's a great place to go see if you're ever in Amber. It's definitely a must do.
Yeah.
And there's stuff on YouTube you can go on and they kind of explain how they do some of it too.
Yeah.
When I first saw it was on YouTube.
I'll have to settle for my YouTube tour.
We didn't explain why Dennis wasn't here.
You can if you want.
Oh, he got called out. He wasn't real happy last night because he wasn't on call, but he got called to where he had to drive 3 hours each way to get to. So he said he wouldn't be back till early this morning, and we figured he was going to be sleeping if he's even home yet. Don't know, but they had an incident someplace and he had to go.
A DUI.
A DUI,
yeah. Worked called. Lost in the jungle. Yeah, it is like a jungle probably there.
Let's see. Happy wants to know if the airport was working. Yeah, the airport was working. They even have a Millennium Falcon sitting on the tarmac.
Really? Yeah.
They have a lot of Easter eggs like that all over the thing. That was part of the fun, was trying to find some of that stuff.
Did they give you a sheet to look for things or no?
Yeah, they did, because it's mainly for the kids, but yeah, they did have stuff like that, and I mean, some of it was hard to find. But they had all kinds of stuff like that. And the airport was, they were taking off and landing, and all the baggage. The thing that to me was phenomenal wasn't the airplanes taking off and landing, but they would come in for a landing, and then they would taxi up to the terminal. So it wasn't like they were coming into landing and then they just keep going and take off, and that's on a loop.
Yeah,
they're all individual. That's the other mind-blowing thing about it. All the baggage cars. The plane would taxi at the terminal, and here come all the baggage car trains, that they bring up there to put all the bags on them. It's crazy, all the stuff that they've got on it. It's just really, really wild.
Wow.
What did he say? Dennis was told on his stream he was cooking this weekend and the wifey playing on his railroad. I doubt that. If she was playing on his railroad, he'd probably be awake.
Hey, he has an alarm on his railroad if anybody turns it on.
Yeah, probably so. Lost in the Jungle. Who's lost in the jungle, Mike?
Dennis.
Oh, well, that could be.
The jungle that's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aircraft taxi gates are. Yeah, that's true. That it is, and it's weird because then one will leave the terminal and it'll taxi over to the runway. Next thing you know, it's taken off and goes out through the wall. And
Has anybody in chat been there to Miniature Wonderland?
yeah, has anybody been there in person?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's on YouTube, so I'm sure a lot of people have seen it on there, but
I've never seen it on YouTube. I've never seen it at all.
yeah, look it up on YouTube because they've got quite a bit of it on there. I know they have the airport on there.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing I saw. But yeah, I know they have a lot of that on there, and they talk about some of the stuff, how to fix it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I'm sure they talk about how they do some of that stuff.
Digger, you're pretty close to it. Why don't you go? 15 years ago, Harley's been there. How long's it been there? Has it been there a long time?
Yeah, they started building it in 2000, I think.
Really? So like 25 years.
Yeah.
Isn't it like two brothers or something? Yeah, Northlands. Northlands is close to me. You know, it's like Northlands. I'm not taking nothing away from Northlands. It's pretty amazing. But it's all like fantasy stuff. It's not, I don't know.
Yeah, they started building it in December 2000. So 23 years as of the beginning of this.
Yeah. Well, it's 2025, though.
Yeah. And visitors worldwide have already voted it Germany's most popular tourist attraction 5 times.
It's longer, Harley Memphis is longer than 2021. You were there 15 years ago.
Yeah, they started in 2000, so.
No, he's just made a typo.
Yeah. Anyway, any more questions? Yeah. I'd show you more pictures, but I don't have them uploaded yet to my computer.
Yeah, maybe Claude will put them on the Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, go to the group and see them over there.
Yeah, get on the Back on Track Facebook deal, and I'll post some of them up on there.
Yeah.
And you can see them a little bit better. I've got some of them I've got to edit and get them turned right and everything else. Yeah. So they're not sideways or upside down. Oh, 2000. Yeah, since 2000.
It's all right.
And they're still working on it. They had area, kind of cordoned off that they're adding. I thought it said tropical rainforest, but I could be wrong on that.
So, I'm wondering, you said it goes through Africa, right?
They had some North Africa or Middle East.
I really where it goes through, whatever they're depicting, does the train really go through that area in real life?
Well, the train they had in there, on the part I'm thinking of, and I've got a picture of it, is a narrow gauge. I don't know if it was mining or if it was just narrow gauge because of where it was remote.
Yeah.
But it looked like a remote desert area. Now, I do believe they have the Orient Express on there. Okay. I didn't look for it, so I don't know for sure, but I think it is. I think somebody was on there.
Yeah.
So it would run through several different scenes. But there again, they've got 12 plus countries modeled so far.
Right.
Still working, like I say, they're still working on it. So depending, the trains in the United States would maybe go to Canada and Mexico, but they're not going to go to Europe.
Right.
And vice versa. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm out of words to describe it. It's just that crazy good. But anyway,
it's all good. Yeah, I can't wait to see more of your photos. I'm going to go around and on YouTube and check out. I can't believe this Monaco scene though.
Yeah, it's really neat. Like I say, there's so many scenes on it that I hadn't heard of before. On YouTube talk about that's in it. You know, they had the Vatican model,
Really?
and I'm not Catholic. Been to the Vatican.
There's a
and
real in the
it looks, yeah, they modeled it great.
wow.
So
Man,
that's like that. And you go, wow, and that's not train related. It's just model.
Yeah, it's a model. The model was there must be amazing. There must be some of the best model builders in the world building stuff there. It's amazing.
All the stuff they've got on it. And so much of it works. You know, they had one where they had a car wreck and they had a crane there pulling one of the cars off the top of the other car. You know, oh, and I was telling Jerry about they had a UFO come down and picked up a cow. And
yeah.
Stuff like that.
And went away.
Yeah, well, to make you chuckle, and then stuff to make you go, wow. And
that's amazing. Like scenes like that, like the planes, like, could you see how they were doing it? Were there like wires that they were?
Well, on the planes, underneath the plane, you see there's something that the plane sits on.
Okay.
You can't see anything but the wire sticking up out of the runway. It comes in out of the wall.
Okay.
And it lands, but then that disappears, and then the plane drives off on the taxiway.
Yeah.
So it's not connected to that permanently.
Right. Yeah.
And the next one pulls out, and it gets over there, getting ready to take off, and it goes down the runway. You hear the engine spool up, and it takes off, and it goes up and goes after the wall on the other side. So it's really cool.
That would be a cool YouTube channel for them if they showed how they did things like that. Maybe they don't want people to know, you know, maybe it's like trade secrets, but that would be like amazing to watch that back working part of, you know, how you can do this on your layout if you want to. And, you know.
Well, it was like let's see if I can show it again here. Oh, did I take it off? I bet I did. Yeah, I took that one off. Let me find that picture again under control.
Digger, maybe you could do that on your new layout. Has some planes taken off. Yeah, it's amazing.
Let's go back to this. This is their main control room that you can see here. And there's, you know, you get all these right here. Well, you see how many's in front.
Yeah, right.
How many this desk too. And I think there was somebody at most every one of those positions. Now, what they're doing, as far as I could tell, they were just monitoring everything going on.
Right.
And they're looking at stuff up here because each one of these is probably a section in the layout.
Right. Yeah. So every section probably has something.
Yeah. The 2 times we saw somebody working on anything on the layout itself, one guy came and he actually asked us to move just a minute so he could get underneath the layout. It had a panel that he pulled down, and there was a train had derailed on a hidden track, and he put that back on there and closed it up, and it went on its way. The other time was a guy got up, had a walkie-talkie. He actually got up on the airport, which I wouldn't have done because you got to step over all that stuff without crushing anything. And he actually walked over to the far end where the planes were taking off, and he was checking something where the baggage cars and stuff like that were moving, and talking on the walkie-talkie. And those are the only 2 people we saw actually working on the layout while we were there.
Yeah. Edward over at Happy Valley says they do have a video on how they built the airport. I have to check that out too.
Yeah, and I think that's the one that I first saw was the airport, and it's amazing in its own right, just seeing that. And then like I said, the latest one is the Monaco video, and it's even better in person than it is on their video. It's crazy.
Hey, Jack, when are you going to come on the show and talk about what you're doing on your layout? because it's always changing. We want to know what you're doing. Come on. Come on, you're up early.
And all he's trying to do is getting automated switching. They had a lot of automated switching on there too, where you got trains going back and forth and moving cars around. And I say it's automated. There may have been somebody in the control room running it. I don't. It was on a small area, like a switching yard or something. And there's trains going back and forth too. And then of course you got the main line where the trains are pulling long trains. And there's movement all over the thing.
Yeah. So on that note, if any of you guys out there in chat want to be on the show, contact us. Contact Claude.
Yeah, let us know.
Contact me, contact Dennis, whatever. We'll get you in touch with the right people to be on the show. Our people. Yeah, Claude probably put the email in the chat.
I get it right. I think I got it right.
Yeah, got it right this time.
Contact me there, and we'll set you up to be on the show.
Yeah, come on. We'd like to see what you're doing or plan on doing. Or
talk about your layout.
About your layout. We don't care how big your layout is, how complete your layout is, or even if it's just in your head.
Just in your. Well, that's where it starts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where it all starts in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to get Dave and Mark back on here sometime too.
Yeah, miss Dave. Dave's always busy. Dave pops into my live stream. He's the busiest guy I think out there. He pops into my live stream. He's always getting visitors over his house. He lives in Wyoming. I says, Dave, you live in the middle of nowhere. How do you find all these people? I don't even get that many people here. But he's a good guy. I like Dave. He's fun.
Well, that's the only way Dennis gets anybody.
Yeah.
The way Dennis gets anybody to come to his house is Gail's a good cook.
Yeah. Well, that will be the enticement there. Go see Dennis, camp in his yard or something, camp down the creek, and run trains and eat some food.
Yep, there you go. Well, we're not quite to our hour, but unless anybody's got something else to add. What's he say?
Okay.
That system I made, which one is the? Yeah, I'm not sure how much code's in it or how much is all sensors, but I know all the cars are run by the underneath magnet system.
Yeah.
That they have, but they've got to have some kind of computer automation with it, I would think.
Right.
To get them to do what they do, because they all act differently. I can't imagine them be their own thing. But
yeah, you're right, Rob T. Man. It's good to have Claude back. We missed him.
Well, it's good to be home, actually.
Yeah, I bet it's good to sleep in your own bed and vacations are nice.
We'll we'll see you next week.
Yeah, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. Have a good week. See you, everybody. Did you see